Good evening, everyone. So I haven't done a live in a long time because honestly, I have been doing those TikTok videos and they're mad fun. All right, but they're short. They're only about like 3 minutes long. So you got to put your content, out on, if you're on TikTok, you got to put your content out like right away. So I'm doing this for Instagram and YouTube and Facebook because it allows like the lengthier content. So TikTok only is there for like what 3 minutes, as I said. All right. So since we're here, um, in the kitchen, one of the most sacred rooms in the house, um, I decided to do a three-card pull for the weekend. All right. So I do admit I made like a short like 3 minute TikTok video on this, because the effects are just cooler. I have to say, Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, you got to step up a little bit, like, but but what I do like about this platform, and the other ones that I mentioned is that, you have longer content. If you do a live on TikTok, I don't think it saves it, which is different than the lives on here. I could save it, I could upload it to YouTube, I could put it on Facebook, I can do so. I think everything has its own advantages and disadvantages you know. And Before I begin, I wanted to just kind of make this public service announcement. And I know one of my fellow tarot readers is on here, Mr. Soul Sage, will probably most hardly agree with this. If you see a DM from a tarot card reader or a spiritual advisor that you follow and it is soliciting you for a reading, that is a scam, people. That is fake. They are trying to rob you of your money. Okay? We do not solicit readings like that. We do not go into your inbox and ask, say, you need to get a reading for. I don't do that. He doesn't do that. Other people, as sure as they come onto the live, they will tell you probably the same thing. They do not do that. And what they usually do is they will take your account and like wholesale copy and paste everything, your content, and then they'll change like one letter. They'll either add or subtract a letter or add like a dash or a period and make it look like, make it look like you, but it's not. So if you ever see that from it, please let me know, because what they usually do is they block the original creators or, the owner's account so that they cannot report that to Instagram, you know. And it's bad. It's so horrible. But like there is one of the people on IG, she did kind of like an undercover operation where she, was posing as a client or something. So the scam account messaged her, and it was the content creator was a woman, right? But why is the person that answered her, his name is Muhammad Ibrahim, which is a man's name, and he was living in Ibadan, Nigeria, and the person was from San Francisco or something like that. So it's like, wait a minute, like what's going on here, So be careful. Let the buyer beware. Do not um accept any messages from these scam accounts, because they are looking to take your money, folks, and they will take your money and clean your bank account out, right? They've even contacted me and I'm like, what? Who that? Do you know who you're dealing with? Do you know who you're dealing with? Like, come on now. Come on. Like, I wasn't born yesterday. So, um, and they usually like, I have a message from your ancestors. Like, why would my great grandmother or my great grandfather talk to you, all right, instead of coming to me first? Like it doesn't, especially, since I am a reader and a medium, like, wouldn't, like they try to contact me first rather than going to some stranger that I don't know, like in my DMs? No, it don't work that way. It does not work that way. Sorry, it just does not work that way. Now, if you're getting a reading from a professional reader and like an ancestor or something speaks to that is different, because you have given your consent. You are paying for that service, and that service is to help you, but it is not to scam you of your hard-earned money. No. And I'm sorry to like go off on this tangent, but it is a real problem, and Instagram doesn't seem to be doing anything about it to stop this. you know. And it's really sad that, you know, like people like myself or like the Soul Sage here that work really hard, you know, in creating content and building up the Instagram or the TikTok or the Facebook page or whatever, or YouTube, whatever it is, and then some scammer comes and steals your intellectual property and like passes it off as theirs. So that's one thing, that's theft. And then two, tries to like scam your friends and family and clients like out of money. Like it's really bad, you know? So if you just joined us, I am gonna do the three card pull, but I was just talking about all these scam fake uh accounts on Instagram that are pretending to be tarot readers or spiritual readers, and like it's just the audacity of it grinds my gears. All right, let's go to the topic. So I have the Anna K tarot, and I think you've probably seen it before that I've showed it. It's so like down to earth, you know. But my favorite, I have to say, my favorite card in this deck is, I have to say, well, there's two. I like this Eight of Swords because it's like usually like the Eight of, you see the Eight of Swords, like the person is bound, right? But here, like she's free. She's seeing her reflection tied up. So is she really stuck, or has she created, you know, her own version of reality here? Which we tend to do from time to time, myself included. This is the reason why I fell in, you know, it's a Lover's card. Why I fell in love with this deck is this Lover's card is so beautiful, and not because it's this mystical romance, young, you know, passionate couple. I mean, they're probably passionate, so, but it's like a real couple. They have grown older together, you know. Maybe they're, you know, their kids have left the house, you know, and mom and dad are just enjoying, and it's just like you could still see that they're crazy about each other, but they have grown together as a couple, you know. And this is a relationship. This is not just like they just went on a date and, like, you know, like most versions of lover cards, like these two young beautiful lovers, and here we have this beautiful older couple that probably has gone through so much together, and this is where they're at. And that to me is more realistic than anything. All right. Ace of Swords. Okay, so I know this Mercury in Gatorade retrograde has been like really tough on a lot of us, myself included, but this is like that glimmer of hope that's coming. So what this is saying is that a new day is about to dawn, a new day is coming. All right, so hold out. I think it ends October 18th, just a little bit longer. And we'll see this. Now, I'm going to put these two cards together. And some of my former coworkers from Sephora will recognize this phrase, work-life balance. And a lot of companies use this because they want their employees to be happy. I mean, at least I think that should be one of the main goals, right? So the work-life balance is the King of Pentacles, or coins, and the King of Cups. Okay, so this is the work and this is the life. Okay, neither should dominate in any circumstance, right? Because we need to do this in order to provide for ourselves, or in some cases provide for ourselves and our family members or loved ones. But what this is saying is, after the dust settles from this retrograde, right, we need to have these two kings in balance. We need to have our professional or our business life, or our, you know, our occupations in balance with our home life. Are we devoting too much to this and not to this? Are we neglecting the relationships with our significant others, with our partners, with our spouses, with our family members, with our friends, with our children, or even with ourselves, our own emotional and spiritual, physical well-being? All right, are you giving so much to this that you're neglecting this? Because that's not good. All right, so what this is saying is there has to be a balance between the work life, and the home life. This should not dominate this. In order for there to be true success and happiness, we have to make sure that we are taking care of all the aspects of our life, not just one part, not just the other. There has to be both. And when these two archetypes work together, then we have the complete picture. So be a little king of coins or pentacles, be a little king of cups. Take care of what you need to take care of. All right? We all need to work and hustle, whatever we do, whatever our occupation is, to make that living. But we also need to take care of ourselves. We need to take care of our loved ones. We need to take care of our families. Okay? We need to take care of what's going on in the home. And that's it. All right? So that new beginning is coming. Right? Just wait for it a little bit. I know it's frustrating. I know many days I've had to like wake up, sit in front of my altar, take a few breaths, you know, try not to fight with everyone. And then once we get more clarity on certain things, then we can examine in depth, you know, what's really going on in our lives. Are we putting our energy in both of these areas, you know, and not just putting one over the other? Okay, so I hope that helped and give everyone a little bit more clarity. I know I definitely learned from it too. So if you would like a longer reading, please contact me here. I will not solicit you and send you DMs like these fake scam accounts. Or some people, you don't need a reading if you need me to do any kind of spiritual work or candles, or you would like to book a coaching session where we can learn about like a spiritual topic like the tarot, or, you know, magic or ancestor work, spirit guide work, whatever, you know. I also do spiritual baths. You know, cleansings, some in person if need be. So, you know, let me know. I am here for you. And, you know, if you ever see like a Tarot Voyages with 2 S's, that is definitely not me. Okay, thank you. So far, I'm not gonna jinx and say like I haven't, you know, like been copycatted. So I'm not gonna go there and tempt the 3 fates, you know. But, you know, I think it's important that we look out for these things, and, you know, that we, you know, people that are in the tarot and spiritual community, that we also look out for each other, you know, because I have seen, you know, these scam accounts and I have reported them to Instagram, you know, because I think it's such a disgrace, you know, it's such a disgrace, and it's such a like a slap in the face to the person that is working so hard to make their channel and to give really good positive content, you know, to their followers, that, you know, someone, you know, makes like these scam accounts. It's really disgusting, you know. And, you know, karma, as I say, pardon my language, but I'm gonna get a little Caribbean, you know, South American Guyanese for a second. That karma is a bitch with 7 punanis. All right. So if you think that, you know, you're gonna fool people and, you know, fool the spirits and the powers that be, you know, with your fake accounts, you're playing with fire, boo. You know, I would not want to be you, you know. And it's just disgusting. So, like, you know, I think maybe this Mercury in retrograde, you know, the truth always comes out in retrogrades. I hope a lot of these scammers get exposed, you know, because it's, you know, we're not here to like scam people. We're here to help people, you know, and to help people elevate themselves. You know, a really good reader or spiritual advisor will help you to empower yourself and not be dependent, you know, on, you know, getting constant readings and cleansings and things like that. Yeah, you know, people need cleansings, people need reading, but like these people are trying to take your bank account away. So, all right. Anyways, I hope you all have a good weekend, and I thank you so much. I was, you know, looking forward to doing this and seeing you all your lovely faces again. Te quiero. Good night.